you'll be installing an aftermarket steering wheel on a 240SX. The first thing you'll need to do is disconnect the battery. So pop the hood. After disconnecting the battery, wait 15 minutes and then start removing these panels on each side. Caps removed on both sides. Grab a T50 security socket and begin removing these bolts right here on each side. Bolts removed, pull these wires out and unclip them from each other. Next thing you need to do is pull the airbag off. Next thing you need to do is get a 19mm socket and remove that bolt only halfway. With the nut broken loose, start yanking on the wheel until it pops off. That's the way to do it.
There it goes.
Now you can fully remove the nut. Next thing you want to do is feed this wire through and disconnect that wire so you can fully remove the steering wheel. The wire is disconnected, you can now fully remove the steering wheel. Next thing you want to do is remove all 6 bolts from the bottom side. 6 bolts removed, top off the plastic pieces. Unbolt all 4 bolts holding in the clock spring. All 4 bolts removed, pull off the clock spring. Now you need to disconnect it. The reinstallation process, you need to line up that dot with the top, slide it on.
Rethread your bolt on and tighten it.
You need to connect the black wire to that ground and the red wire to that wire right there. Once you have this piece on, start threading in all the bolts and tighten them down. Bolted on, now put on your quick release. Get the steering wheel. Place the steering wheel in position, making sure it's straight. And then connect your horn.
After that, you want to grab your wheel and grab your 6 bolts and put the bezel on with the horn and then connect them all to your quick release. And then you want to make sure there's no gaps anywhere around the quick release where the steering wheel connects to the hub, because if there's any gaps, you want to take that off and redo it. Make sure there's no gaps at all.
Now you want to cut this part of the connector off of the clock spring. To get the airbag light to go off and for the horn to work, you're going to have to take the connector, you cut off the clock spring, and then you're going to have to splice the wires, the white, yellow, and brown wire. The brown goes to the horn, and for the white and yellow, these are for the airbag. You're going to have to get these 2.2 k ohm 1/8 watt resistors and connect one in between these two. Okay, so I finished soldering the resistor onto the white and yellow wire. The brown wire I added some extra length to. I'll show you why later. And for the green and blue wire, I just put some electrical tape on the top.
Well then, you want to take this white wire and you can extend it, or if yours is long enough, run it up here, bring it all the way here, and make sure it's touching at all times the back of the hub. And you could throw a piece of electric tape here. This is for your horn, and some people even make brackets, but you don't have to. Well, after you did that horn wire, you want to just throw on the casing again around this whole thing. After you threw on this casing, you want to just screw in all the 6 bolts underneath it. As you can see, after you installed your wheel, the horn works, your signals, everything works. Just check that before you go out driving. If you guys have a problem, just comment below and I'll be more than happy to help you.
If you are having a hard time installing the horn inside the hub, what I would recommend you do is to get rid of these, because they take up too much space and you end up forcing them through, and instead solder the wires onto the points themselves, and it'll install them way easier.